shirts, golf gear supreme. Raiders of resale, living the dream. From whatnot to eBay, we score the loot. Vintage finds in every pursuit. Tips to cash in, stories so grand. Reselling Raiders, rulers of the land. Reselling Raiders, treasure we chase. Hat house fired up, coaching the race. Vintage hat shirts, golf gear supreme. Raiders of resale, living the dream.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Reselling Raiders, where we talk everything from eBay to whatnot. I'm Hat House, joined by, not yet, Coach Forge and Fired Up Finds. Mike and Rob will be along in a little bit. We've got something a little bit special at the beginning of this podcast, the beginning of this episode. We are joined by JD. JD created Caddie. It's a web application, kind of companion to go along with your whatnot shows. It's going to be a pretty whatnot heavy episode, but he created this to kind of monitor the chat, monitor your inventory, help you during your show, and then it's got a lot of back end analytics on it too that'll really help you with your whatnot shows. There's a lot of cool pieces in there. I don't think everything is going to be for me necessarily or for you, but there are a lot of pieces in here that I think I got to talk to Rob a little bit about it. I think that it could be really beneficial, a lot of the analytics in it. So want to kind of get your thoughts about it as well as we go along. If you want to give any feedback, leave a comment or let me know on. I got to plug the Facebook group before we get to the interview. I got a cool giveaway going on over there. And if we get to 1,000 members on that Facebook group, the giveaway is going to double. But without any further ado, if I hit all the right buttons here, I don't mess it all up. We're going to get to JD and we're going to hear about Caddie and what it can do for our whatnot shows. Hey guys, so this week we're with JD. He is with Caddie. I'm going to explain it a little bit, but I'm sure that he is going to go a lot more in depth. It's basically a companion for your whatnot show that can help you find things in your inventory. We've all been there, all been kind of stuck. Somebody asked for something, you know you have it, but you just can't find it. And so his app really helps that out. And we're going to find out what it can do, all the bells and whistles that it has on it. So JD, let us know, why did you decide to kind of make this app? What brought you to this point?
It's a really good question. Again, like most people who are starting out and whatnot, or maybe they've been doing it for a couple of years. They're not a giant streamer, but they got a decent following. The biggest thing that I saw, and I was having this problem myself, was the questions coming in, your chat coming in saying, hey, you got any Jordans, or hey, you got, Shadowless Charizard, or just Charizard in general. And I'm like, yeah, I got it. And now I have a box next to me, and I got stacks next to me, and I got binders, and I got stuff all over the place. And I'm trying to find that card, and I'm sorting through, and it's like, oh, I found it. But meanwhile, the time that took, my room left, or maybe that even person left because they were waiting for me to find these things. The speed at which these people happen to be in these rooms is so fast. If you are not engaging, if you're not catching people's attention, if you're not answering their questions, they're gone. So I had to find that gap. I was losing sales. Most people are losing sales by somebody asking a question and you don't answer it fast enough or show them fast enough. They're gone or moved on to the next show. It's just as easy as a swipe. So I had to build something that really was combating that. And that's the only thing I can think of was to help me, and I can hope other people might find use in this as well.
Yeah, I was with Rob the other night, and he was having his whatnot show on Saturday night like he always does. And the amount of questions that were coming in, I eventually, as the mod, I just kept pinning what everybody was asking for. They were like, do you have any visors? Do you have women's hats? Do you have a Callaway white? Do you have a ping hat? And so then I would have to try to parse through all those and then pin them up there.
Well, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a quick question on that, right? How many would you say you missed out of those questions that came in?
Probably 2 or 3 just myself, and all I was doing was trying to do that, that. And as the seller, and you're trying to start the auction and run the auction.
Yep.
I couldn't imagine how many that I missed, because when I run a Whatnot show, I suck at reading the chat. I really depend on Mary. We run them together. She's numbering everything over there. I'm trying to get the inventory ready, and then she's trying to read the chat. She relays to me something that I may want to respond to, and but she can't hit them all. And not even with 2 people, it's tough to hit the whole chat.
And what happens after a show? What happens when those people who came in and asked you these questions, maybe you didn't have that item, or maybe you did have that item, couldn't get to it in time, and now that person is gone? Like, post show is, most people think of like at the end of a Whatnot show or a live show in general, it's like, okay, now I got to go print my labels and I got to package my orders. Nobody thinks about the audience members that came in and the potential sales that you could have had that you didn't get to, couldn't find, couldn't respond to, and they're gone. So what do you do with those people who actually ask more questions that you may have inventory for, that you're going to go and shop inventory for? They're gone, but not with Caddie. And I'll show you that later on too when we get to that. It's another one of those gaps that I filled, where what happens after the show with all of the people that have come in and asked questions, because Whatnot does not give you that. Whatnot does not keep that for you. So what happens?
I would like to have a list of usernames to everybody that actually engaged in any meaningful way in the room.
Yep.
And so how could I come back and get them later, or contact them again?
I got something for you, buddy.
Yeah, that's awesome, because really the only thing you have right now is after the show, you can see everybody that bought from you.
Yep.
And so you can contact those people again. Yep. It's a little.
What about second place bidder? What about third place bidder? What about person who asked but didn't get served the item that they wanted?
Right.
I'll show you what you can do with that.
Awesome. So, let's dig into it a little bit. If you kind of want to show, I guess my first question is, do you have to be running like OBS to use this?
Great question. In order for you to be, let me take a step back. Caddie at its core is a live inventory management system. Okay. It's your inventory that gets surfaced when people ask questions that you show on screen. Can you use Caddie without that? Yes, but you could only use Caddie's other features. And I have a couple of people who are doing that right now, and I'll get into that. It's more like the back end stuff, the analytics, a lot more of the analytics, the questions that come in, all of that stuff. You don't need to be running OBS. If you want to show your inventory on your stream, you do need to be using OBS or something that takes a browser source and then puts that up on your screen.
Okay. Perfect. Let's if you want to show us what it looks like, and just a little demo of how it would look, us using it.
Yeah, sure. Okay, let me just share screen here. And there you go. Let me know when you're able to see that.
Yep.
Perfect. Okay. So what I have on the screen right now is the dashboard. This is seller view only. The users, people who are watching your Whatnot show, don't see this. This is my inventory. Okay. This is everything that I have in my inventory. What you'll see on the left-hand side is the live panel. On the right-hand side, I have OBS open so that you can see what it looks like. And I actually have a live Whatnot show on right now because I want to show you kind of some of how it would look in an actual live show and what some of the cooler features are with actually having a live show. So at its core, like I said, Caddie is an inventory management system, a live inventory management system. So what does that mean? Well, I have all of my cards that are sorted here. Just like any other system, I can search. If I were to just type in, Jordan as an example, all of my Jordans will surface. And then I have the ability to drag and drop into the live panel and push this specific card right, as I said, as an overlay in OBS to the Whatnot show. So this is what the Whatnot users, everybody who comes into your show, will see. They see the card right there. Plus the price. You can hide the price if you wanted to. You can show the price. In this instance, I actually have it open with price here. So again, this is somebody says, oh, you have that Jordan, the All-Star Jordan from 92, 93 Upper Deck. Cool. But the bigger feature to that is if I were to take all of the Jordans and I were to add them all to the system and push them, now it is going to cycle through all of my Jordans that I have in my inventory that's available. And right now I think it's set to 10 seconds. So every 10 seconds, the cards will flip and you'll see the next set of them. So now what this does is this removes me taking time to go searching through my buckets, through my boxes, through my binders, through stacks of cards to bring the Jordans, because somebody said, hey, you got any Jordans? Because now I just push all of my inventory to the air and everybody in the room can see all of my cards. And now people can start to say, oh, I want that back-to-back MVP. Oh, I'll take the, the season's leaders. I'll take the Electrify that you have, the inside outside, whatever the case may be. So it gives everybody a look at what you have all at once.
Okay. One question on like when they type in any Jordans,
yep.
Did that automatically populated here in Caddie, right?
Yes. So this is the Whatnot show, right? So here's the Whatnot show. So when somebody comes in and says, let's just, I'm gonna do, because we just did Jordan. Let's just do any Kobe, right? So they just say any Kobe's. As soon as I type that in, what I didn't show you yet is Caddie Watch. This is a live panel that is watching your chat. And as those questions come in, it's going to bring it into Caddie. So as you'll see here, somebody said any Kobe's, the system checks it, goes, yep, you have it in your inventory. Now with one click, it loads my panel and all I do is push. That's it. So obviously that took a couple of seconds because I was explaining it. But if somebody typed in any Kobe's, I see the panel here. Now I can just click on any Jordans. Jordans is going to populate and I can push all my Jordans. So it's literally as simple as somebody asks, I can push immediately.
So what if I wanted to use my eBay inventory and whatnot? I probably am a weird cause for this, but is that possible?
You want to use your eBay inventory in whatnot?
What if somebody said, do you have any Raiders snapbacks? I don't have any loaded into whatnot. And I wanted to pull it from eBay, my eBay inventory, and say, hey, yeah, I actually do have this one. And I could just pull up the pictures on the screen and say, I have this one. I can start it at $5 or whatever if you want that one. Could that happen?
What's great about this is that what you see here, this is my whole inventory that I have in my collection area. This is not, oh, what's in your whatnot store? Oh, what's in your eBay shop? What's in your TikTok shop? This is my entire inventory. Okay. And that includes the stuff that I have listed on eBay. So what you are asking is, yes, that is part of my inventory. This is not whatnot specific inventory or eBay specific inventory. This is my inventory. Okay. So if you've got stuff on eBay and you've loaded it into the system, it's here. Now, because of the stickiness with Whatnot's backend, they don't play well with others. So if you did sell it, you would have to go to eBay and make sure you pull it down. There's a lot of third-party tools that do that. However, Whatnot is not a part of that because they don't open their API to allow you to do that. Although I do hear that is changing very soon. But you would just have to manually go to eBay after somebody bought it and make sure you pull it down. But yeah, this is all of your inventory.
Okay. But I would just be selling a hat basically at that point. Just kind of not really, it wouldn't be a specific item. I would be selling just an item. As far as like when you run the auction, when you see it in the back end, when you go to ship, you're just going to see hat number 5 was that hat. Not really, not that specific one. Okay.
Yeah. So and the what I built into Caddie is like most people, when they run auctions on Whatnot, for example, right? It's usually like mega awesome sale, $1 start, right? It's not like the name of the actual card. It's like some random big name that you have for whatever it is that you're running. Well, with inside of Caddie, when you sell an item, so let's just, for example, let's just say I sold this Jordan. Okay. So I ran the auction and this Jordan sold. Okay. Because of the back-end integrations that I have built in here, when a Whatnot sale goes off, Caddie knows that I sold something. And if I were to mark this card as sold, so let's just say I would say, okay, now that that card is sold, because of the timing of that, when that happens, the actual, the back-end part of that, I can't do it now because I'm not running a live show, but I actually have the ability to tie that to whoever the buyer was. So it would actually show me the list of the, it's like, hey, you just sold a card, you mark it in Caddie as sold. There's a good chance that this was probably just sold to that person and it will marry it together. So now no more of this guessing too, of like, what, to your point, it's like hat number 52 sold. What hat was that specifically? And who did it go to? Well, Caddie marries all that together for you in the system already.
Okay. Awesome.
I'm going to mark that as unsold because I want that back into my system.
My next question would be, what benefits, I know Mike and Rob and myself, a lot of us, we don't have a huge inventory necessarily, and we don't have it all listed in. So what kind of benefits are there to sellers that may not have like a huge inventory that they have listed or keeping up with? Maybe they're just running a dollar closed show.
Totally fine. I mean, the dollar amount that you're setting doesn't really affect like how you're using Caddie, right? If you, again, is this for everybody? No. Do you have maybe an inventory of 20 items? Does it make sense to put it into Caddie? It may very well help you because you're not going to have 20 items forever, right? You're going to go below 20 items. You're going to buy more. You're going to have more items to put in there. So the benefit to you as a end user for this is that there's a couple of things. One, if you don't want to specifically just use it for your overlays because you've got small inventory and you don't think it's going to be worth your while to show the couple of items that you have because maybe you just have it sitting there and quickly show it, the analytics and all of the data that I'm capturing while your shows are going on are going to be very beneficial to you, more so than maybe the 5-10 items that you have that you might have loaded in your system or that you don't want to load into your system. But again, it's like, it's one of those things where you want to decide, hey, it's very easy to load items into this. It's as simple as literally snapping a picture and it shows up here, in the inventory. But again, the one of the bigger selling points is all of the information that Caddie is pulling into the system during your live shows that people are really going to find useful as well.
Right. What about like almost an auto mod? I don't know if that is a thing. If that is, I would like to have something that just like keeps track, like I guess your control panel on the right-hand side, it keeps track of all the questions that you've had. Maybe I'll put that back up. So
yeah, sure. So
everything that somebody has asked about is there, and you can reference that during the show if you need to.
Yeah. So the Caddie Watch, which is on the right-hand side here, which is what you see, these questions that come in, it is a trained brain and it learns over time. The shows that I run are not going to be the shows that you run, or not going to be the shows that Rob runs or anybody else. They're all going to be different because we're all selling different products. So the cool thing about Caddie Watch is that it is specific to each user, and you train it as your shows go on as to what's noise, what is a real question, and all of that from post show is you go to your chat reviews, and this is actually, you pick a session and you open up the session and you can literally see. So on the right-hand side, this would be where all of the chats, literally your entire chat session lives on the right-hand side. And then the system will say, hey, I think these were the actual questions, or this is actually what Caddie pulled in. Was I right or wrong? So you can mark this as up, yep, this was valid, this was not valid. Oh, you missed this one, bring it in there. So if I were to, this is a bad example because this is the show that we're doing right now. But if I go to let me just pull up one that has a bunch of chat in there. And if I open up something here, you can see 75 raw messages. So now this is the full chat, noise and all. right?
Right.
So you can see here, people say bottom, tops, what are all these, just your regular chat. And if the system missed anything, you could mark this off, let's just say, LeBron, right? You can see this was already marked it because this was valid. So now the system knows, if somebody says LeBron, I already marked this as valid. So next time somebody asks LeBron, I know I need to put that into Caddie Watch.
Okay.
So even though you see what you see on the dashboard in real time are surface questions, that has to, you have to train that over time. So don't not have your window open. I always usually just keep, because there's a lot of other questions and people ask questions and talk to you, right? So I usually keep this, I pop this out and I'll usually just keep this as a secondary window just so I can watch the full chat and make sure that I'm engaging with people who are actually legitimately have other questions or have nothing to do with my inventory. But Caddie Watch itself is pulling all of those requests in.
Yeah, I guess
so. Again, it's not your
us,
entire chat. That's not the point.
Right. I guess a lot of us don't use OBS to begin with. We've thought about moving that way. So we really are just kind of phone based or iPad based and not. And so the chat is even harder to see because you don't have you can't easily scroll up to see the entire chat log.
Yeah.
And so just being able to have like a snapshot of what everybody has asked for would be like super important for us just to kind of know, so we don't have to scroll through who joined and who left and whatever would be great.
Yeah. So the great thing about this too is that Caddie Watch is a standalone Chrome extension. So you download the Chrome extension, you put your information in there, and that when you go live, Chrome realizes, there's a live show that's happening, and it will turn on, and now it is going to capture, even if you might not fire any of the overlays, like maybe you don't push this Jordan to the air, all of the data that's being transferred back and forth during your shows is still being captured. Your sales, how many bids, who's bidding, what's the highest bid, like who was the second place bidder. All of that stuff is going to live in your analytics paddle. And this is where this is the money for everybody, where you're going to go kind of you can go through a post show, or you can go, you can pick an individual show, or you can pick your history. And now you can quickly go through here and see all of your auctions, who bid on what prices there were, who your buyers were, who your repeat customers are, all of like how many times they asked for something, all of this stuff, who came in second place, right? These people here lost their bids. Well, now guess what? Now I can reach out to these people, and because they lost a bid and I know exactly what item they bid on, when I re-up, if I restock my inventory, which I can get into that later too, I have a built-in shopping list. I can now reach out to these people and send them using the system. The system can send them a message. Hey, I grabbed another one of those Jordans that you were looking for last show. I'm going live tomorrow. Bookmark the show and I'll see you there.
Yeah, that's super valuable. Just because you may not even seen those people or known that they were even in your room, that they helped drive the price up. And because every swipe is $1 or so, and to know those people that are adding dollars to your show is a big deal, I think.
Yep. Absolutely.
Would be kind of interesting to see over time if those people keep coming back into the show. And so what were you talking about sending, like are you sending messages through Whatnot and just being able to remind them, you said, of that, or is there something built in where you can just basically select everybody and tell them there's a show coming?
Yep.
And hit one button?
Yeah. So what you don't see right now, what you don't see right now is that is the ability. So each one of these. So if I go to look, I'll just go back to buyers for a second, right?
That's what people are using. I use an Excel spreadsheet with everybody's username, and I copy and paste it in and tell them I got a show coming. So it's about an hour and a half process.
Yes. So you can cut that down significantly by being able to just, quickly, because what the system actually, this is tied right to their profile. So it opens up their profile right away, and it can send them a message saying, hey, my show's coming up. I've got what, I have what you were looking for if you wanted to. So there's different tiers of messages that you can send out.
Okay. Awesome. That would be really good. I have my two sons do that for me before my whatnot show. Sometimes they are my copy and pasters. So I'm like, Dad's got a whatnot show coming. Y'all ready to pitch in?
That's awesome.
But yeah, that
Family
would be
business.
great. Yeah, that'll be great. That is definitely. It takes a lot of time, and and I kind of dread that part of it.
Yeah. The name of the game is minimizing as much of the manual work as possible, so you can focus more on your shows, focus more on buying the inventory that matters, focus more on making those sales and less admin stuff.
Yeah, and it feels like I spend a lot of time in the show just kind of running around trying to figure out what people are wanting and not able to, and I just don't know where to go next. Is where I have a lot of problems, because maybe I missed a chat, or I just don't know what really to do next in my show. And if there's something to prioritize, it would be awesome.
Yeah. So one of the things also that I had built in here too, and I run because I've built this and I do a lot of debugging, and you have to do a lot of debugging like while it's live, because you have to be in that live environment to see the results or find the failures if it's not working. I have, for the last, I'd say maybe a month or two, have been running my shows exclusively with Caddie. It's not really, I mean, could you do that? Absolutely. Right. You just load up your cards and you just run them through Caddie and do that. Where it really shines is like when you're running your stack of cards or your inventory, and someone says to you, hey, you got any Jordans? That's when you switch over to Caddie and you throw the Caddie stuff up. That's a good opportunity to do that. But to your point where it's like, I don't know what to run, I don't know where to run next. Well, inside of the live search panel here, let's say you wanted to just surface all of your items that are, I don't know, that your max is like $2 or something like that, right? Like you could put an inventory in here based off of cards or players or inventory, and now it'll bring in. So if I just pull in Michael Jordan, for example, right, and I'll say a max is $5, this is going to pull in all of my Michael Jordans from a couple of cents to $5, and now I could just push this small inventory and do these as a $1 run, right? And then if somebody comes in and they ask a question, it's like, hey, you got any Shaqs? Okay, cool. I pull up some Shaqs. But it will help you because you're saying, well, I don't know where to go next. Well, if you want to do it by a dollar amount, go through your inventory and find what you have that's less than $5. Pull all that into Caddie and push it and run.
So what kind of what's kind of the next step? What kind of features are you looking to put? What is on your wish list?
There's a lot
that we can look forward to.
There's a lot. The biggest thing for me right now, two of the things right now, and I have a roadmap. So if you're as a user, you can come in here and take a look at the roadmap, and you'll be able to see all the stuff that's in beta and what's live and what's coming. The biggest thing is going to be live comp data. For me, that is probably the biggest pain point that I have right now after I solved for this issue. The biggest pain point is making sure that my prices are up to date. And with the way Jordans are running right now, and now Shaqs, the way that they're running right now, I guarantee you I have not gone through here and gone through my Shaqs to update the Shaq prices. So if I were to run live right now, I'm going to probably eat it because I did not update my prices. So I'm going to be integrating with Card Ladder, Sports Card Pro, eBay, all of that stuff. To pull in the most recent data for pricing so that you could very quickly decide where you want, what you want your min and max to be on these cards. So it'll pull in right before a show. You can do it. Just rerun your whole inventory. It'll scrape all your inventory and populate some new numbers in there for you. That's probably the biggest thing that, for me, my next big pain point is that I'm going to be solving for.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. But a lot of the, see, like we're just kind of scratching the surface on some of these things here, but I could run a sports card show on Monday. I could run a video game card show on Tuesday. And it's the way Caddie is set up is you have collections. So right now you're seeing my sports cards, but if I want to run video games, all I have to do is just switch my, I have the settings on here for Jordans, which is not going to show any Jordans in video games. Now I have my whole video game inventory. So now my whole show is set up for video games. So now I can just run all my video games. If Thursdays I'm going to run some Pokemon. Well, now I just load up my Pokemon collection, and my Pokemon collection is there ready to go. So it's not just for people who's running sports. If you could take a picture of it, you can put it onto Caddie. If you've got multiple things that you sell, segment it by collection, and now you can run it with whatever show it is that you're running.
So let me double check.
Mm-hmm.
So to get the picture onto Caddie, you will have to take the picture of the inventory to put it in there. You can't right now pull inventory from anywhere to populate your inventory, right?
Why not?
I'm not sure.
You absolutely can.
Okay.
Let's say your cards are on the PSA vault, right? Let's just say you have you have cards somewhere else. You have the ability to bring in a URL. I can add a URL of an image, and it will use that URL image. So a lot of people will,
okay. Okay, I get you.
A lot of people will have, using PSA Vault, for example, where they get cards graded and they throw them in a vault. Well, that vault comes with an image. You have front and back of that image, and they give you that URL. So you can, you don't have the card physically. I can add the URL for that picture.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, that makes sense. I was just trying to think, how would I load 3,000 hats into Caddie? What would be the easiest way if I already had them on eBay?
If you already have them on eBay, well, guess what? Right inside of Caddie, if you go up to, if you go up to the import export, you can download the Excel spreadsheet that I have, which is the template for it. And using just the VLOOKUP, you can compare the two, and you can pull the data from your eBay export into the CSV, and you can just export your eBay CSV and import that right into here. Now, the cool thing about that too is the other cool thing about that is, like, if you already have your pictures on eBay, this will use your eBay URL pictures. So your eBay pictures will still be able to be used inside of Caddie without having to do anything else. Here's another example. This one, local card shops love this. I'm a local card shop. I've got a wall full of items, and somebody, let me just see. All right, here we go. I'm going to use this as an example. So somebody in the middle of the show is like, hey, you got Jordan's rookie. I'm just making this up because I just happen to have a reprinted Jordan rookie here. The way that you can get cards into the system is there's many different ways to do it. One of which is using the Caddie companion that you just have on your phone as a Caddie capture. And it's literally, there's a take picture button. So if I click on the take picture button and I take a picture, I'm actually going to open up Caddie capture so you can see this happen in real time. If I take a picture of this card, as you can see right there, I hit take picture and I hit use photo, and you will see it's going to pop up right inside of the dashboard. There you go. So now that is ready to go. And if all I have to do is one click, hit create item, the system will read the card and it automatically knows it's an 86 Jordan Fleer. And I can just put a price in here. I'm going to say the price is $50,000 because that's how much I want it to be. And I hit add to inventory, and it's in my inventory. That's it. And now if I go back to, right now I'm in Pokemon, obviously, but if I go to sports cards, there's that Jordan ready to go.
Awesome. Well, it's really exciting being able to integrate that with the chat and being able to pull up your entire inventory and it's basically all at your fingertips. It's all ready for you to slap it onto the screen as soon as they ask for it. That is really cool.
If you're using Stream Deck to run your shows, I've got Stream Deck integrated into this as well too. So it literally is a couple of clicks of your button on your Stream Deck. You could start and stop, you not stop, but you can start auctions from it. You could load Caddie from it. You can load the inventory, push all of your data right from Stream Deck onto your show as well too.
Awesome.
Trying to make it as easy and fast as possible so that people like me who are running like these smaller shows can get up running quickly and fill that dead air. That's what this is all about, is killing the dead air and making more sales.
Awesome. Really appreciate your time. Was there any other feature that we may not have covered that you really wanted to let everybody know before we wrap it up?
No, there's too many, but
Okay.
I will say though, if you go to getcaddie.now, you can have a 14-day trial, no credit card needed. Everybody can start. Just click on get started, sign up, give it a try. There's tutorial videos that are coming out for it, but there's also the chat feature right at the bottom. So if you ever get stuck and you click on this little chat icon, this is a support that goes right to me. You have any questions, ask away. I'm there for you. I'm excited to see how people are going to use this and what they come up with.
Awesome. Really appreciate your time, JD. Really awesome tool. I think it's going to help us get a few more sales.
That's my goal. I hope so.
Thanks.
Thank you for your time.
What a fabulous interview.
Thank you so much.
This guy's like the Joe Rogan of reselling interviews.
I had already watched that and I was still literally on the edge of my seat.
Yeah, I can see you folding clothes in the background. Rob, you don't know that you don't know that I could see you.
I was pretty sure you could see me on live and on your screen.
That's amazing.
Yeah, if you guys, there will be a link in the description if you guys want to check it out. You do get, if you use that with code Raiders, you get the 14 days, like you said. You can get that, plus you get 20% off your first month if you decide to use it. I loaded it today. I think Rob said he was going to try it out. If it's something that we find beneficial, and you guys, we'll keep plugging it. We'll keep bringing it up. If end up not using it, then may not hear much about it. It's kind of the way where I'm at. I'm going to try it out. What did you guys think?
I literally think the back end of that is where, for me personally, with the the shows, the way I load them, I think the back end logistics are where the money is. Yeah, and the question you asked about being able to send out like this mass communication, that was a beautiful answer. Like, yes, because we all know if you do it in any kind of quantity, how much time it takes to send out show invites.
Yeah. Do you ever send out invites, Mike?
No.
I didn't think so. I never got one from you.
Yeah. I mean, I did when I very first started.
Right.
But I
We get
would.
notifications when Mike goes live.
I would if if you could just click a couple buttons and send them out. But to go through all the buyers that you've had, even in the recent shows, like I know you have the spreadsheet. I used to just go back to the last 2 shows of similar items, that I'm selling, and send a message out that way to all the buyers. But I mean, that'd be way better, I think for when I listened to it. Well, there's I had a couple questions that I wish I could have asked them. There was thing is, so like for Rob, right? For Rob exclusively, all of the value of this thing comes from the analytics. Rob's going to get zero value from the actual interface portion of it popping up on screen, right? Because Rob doesn't have all of his hats and all of his shirts and all of his stuff that he has photographed and listed somewhere, someplace. Now,
well, I do have a large amount of items that are
you do, but
listed
those are already listed on your whatnot.
Yeah, but that would help if that's running. And say I'm heavy into throwing out some shirts, or you see, like when I get into shorts, it's total mayhem at that point. If somebody asked for a belt or a certain size belt, that would be there, and I could pop it up, and then I could get right to the belts directly after.
Yeah, I guess I'm saying because those belts are already listed in your Whatnot shop, they can just type in belts into your Whatnot shop and also see the exact same thing that you're going to show them on screen. You know what I mean? I'm talking more of like for Steven and I being able to type in, whatever, and it be listed on our eBay and not listed at all on Whatnot, period, and being able to import that and throw it on the screen. I thought that was cool. I I wanted to know if like how I wanted to know if you could change the size of. So this was my thought too, okay? Because I like the guy. The guy seemed cool. I don't want it to be anything bad. But he does cards. Obviously he's a card seller. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so like being able to show a front and a back of a card is like that seems like very normal and easy. You know what I mean? Like there's two pictures. There's the front and there's the back, you know? But it's like, what if you wanted to import something that's like a little more complicated? Like what if you had 7 photos of this thing? You know what I mean? And then like what if every photo is even 5 seconds? Because 5 seconds is still pretty fast for somebody to really kind of take a good look at it. And then you multiply that by 7, you know? Because they got to go through all the photos. You know what I mean? And so it's like I'm like, that kind of seems very cumbersome because the thing is big. It's like over your face, you know, it's like over the screen. And so I was wondering, I was like, well, I wonder if you could like toggle that in a way to be able to put it where you could still do other shit, you know, but kind of had that going on the side.
I think the point is to flash up the first picture. And then if that shows interest, then you bring the other pictures involved or the actual item.
Yeah, I
don't think you show all 7 pictures.
Yeah, and with OBS, I think basically it's an overlay, so I'm sure you can adjust the size and how.
Yeah, you can adjust the size of your overlay.
Yeah, I'm sure you could adjust that size there. But yeah, I mean, it would be something like, do you have any Raiders snapbacks or whatever, and you say, yeah, I have this one, and they'll 9 times out of 10 they're gonna be, oh no, that's blue. I didn't want blue. Anyways, I mean, they're gonna crap out on you anyways when they ask for something. But if that 1 out of 10, they're like, oh yeah, I was looking for that one, and then maybe then you could cycle through more of the pictures.
Yeah.
I would hope.
I think personally the messaging and being able to see who even placed bids is like,
I was just getting ready to say that
the most important
first
thing.
loser.
Like if I could only, you know, and I wonder if he has tiers. Like, does he offer just that back? Like, is there just a back end package, or is it like, you know what I mean? Are there tiers to it?
I did ask. You have to have the pro tier to have the back end analytics and all that. That's all part of the pro tier.
Okay.
The Caddie, the basic tier is basically the Caddie with
front end.
20 listings available. And so,
Gotcha.
but then
is that 20 per show? So like you could switch them per show, right?
I would assume 20 loaded at once, but
Yeah,
that's a good question.
I think you could switch them out in the middle of the show because the Caddie software isn't the, you know what I mean? Like you could delete 5 and import another 5 if you needed to.
Yeah.
What it seems like. And then I also wasn't 100% sure on. You can ask questions and then those populate into the Caddie chat, right? Or the Caddie watch, right? Now, are those chats in general, or do they have to end in a question mark and that's how it catches them? Or, you know what I mean? Like, how is it deciphering what is a question and what is just, hey, Steven, what's up? Or, you know, something like that. You know what I mean?
I think that's part of what he was saying. You have to train it a little bit to tell it what is valid and what is not valid. And so you kind of have to go and say, this is a real question or not at the end of the show. And so it knows better. I assume when it first starts, it's not going to be that great until you tell it like snapbacks or whatever,
right?
Polos or whatever. That's a valid question.
Yeah.
I think the way I'm going to try it out, I'm going to use it for earbuds. Actually, I'm going to use it for things that I have quantity listings of and that I have more than one and for my earbud shows, somebody always comes in and asks for off the wall crap. And sometimes I have it on eBay, sometimes I don't. But they'll ask for, do you have any Beats or do you have any AirPods? I usually don't have either one of those, but that's what they usually ask for. But maybe, or whenever they say, which skull candies do you have? Instead of me having to pick up every skull candy off of the table and put it up here, I
You can
just
flash them.
I can just flash them up there on the screen and say, hey, this is all the skull candies, and it'll scroll through them one at a time and then say, this is what I have for skull candies. I can start them at $6 if you're interested in any of those.
Are you running OBS now?
No, I'm gonna have to figure out how OBS works too at the same time. So
you're gonna be our OBS guinea pig.
I think so.
I've delved into it a little bit because I find it to be a little bit interesting. My thought process when I started tinkering with it and I stopped, but was I wanted to have the ability to swap my cameras, right? So go from my main camera to my handheld when people say they want to see these, and I can swap the camera and come right back versus having to detach.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't run off your phone, Rob?
No, I run off my iPad.
I didn't know that actually.
Yeah, my iPad's the main camera and reader, and I run the auctions off my phone.
Okay.
Yeah, being able to have two different camera angles would be awesome.
Well, I've seen the ones where you have like, so it's mostly like the guys that have like the upper angle, and then they show the cards that they're doing at that point. I don't want to do the dual camera one-on-one. I just want the main camera and then be able to switch it, like turn that one off, and then, well, really all I would do is I would turn this one on and it would overlay on top of the main, and it would be the main camera at that point showing, and then switch back. Just turn it off.
Could you imagine if Mike had like a camera below the waist and you could see him not wearing any pants?
No, I never wear pants. I literally never wear pants.
But we should have an alternate camera where it's what's Mike's underwear today or whatnot.
Well, that'd be if he was wearing underwear today.
Yeah, I'm just raw dogging this chair right now. That's horrible. It's like horrible. And then also the last thing that I wanted to know, Steven, which I don't know if you talked to him at all, like not recorded, but when somebody asks for something and it populates into the Caddie watch, if multiple people are asking for the same thing, does it prioritize? Does if you have 7 people that are asking for that OU hat that you're wearing, and then 3 people are asking for another one behind you, and then one, then does it prioritize the most? Does it
move it up to
the very top? You know what I mean? Or is it just as the questions come in, they go down the line as they were asked? That's another thing that I would want to know, because I mean, I think if you get especially in like the girls shows, for instance, you get people that are multiple people that are asking for maybe a size 26 pant, then and you have 26 pants and you don't even have to go find them, like they're already you have them on the rack, you're going to run them. But being able to know that, like, hey, there's 4 people in here right now that want a 26, you know what I mean? You grab the 26 right off the rack right behind you real quick, instead of just knowing that people are asking for pants and then you're going to run pants, but maybe you have 30s and 18s and then you get to their 26s,
Yeah, right. And you want to strike while the iron's hot. I mean, the same if you have multiple people asking for it, and kind of like doing the hat train. Yeah. When I have a whole rack full of hats, and there's a couple of good hats in there, and more than one people are asking, you want to know.
Or like Saturday night when I had one guy asking for that Smathers and Branson out of 40-something people.
Yeah. Yeah, and then you could also know the one that just one person is asking about.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, because it happens in our hat shows all the time. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Where you'll get, you might catch
Titleist.
yeah, you might catch that title list, but then you're like, okay, that's just like one person. I'm going to kind of try to do some other things before I get to that because it's a really good one. And then you might see it again. It might be the same person. You're like, oh, well, most people are asking for it. Let me grab it. Well, not, it's really only the same person. You know what I mean? So it would be
Asking
nice to
again,
know if there's multiple people that are asking, so that way you can get it because I mean, to be honest with you, there's a really fine balance, in my personal opinion, on if you have a display like a hat show, right, where you have a majority of your inventory that you're going to sell in the show right now, and you obviously know what the bangers are, what the mid tiers are, you want to drop some bangers every so often, but you can't run all the bangers at once. Everybody knows that, but there's a fine line of, you can't wait too long either. You know what I mean? If you wait until like the very, very end or the very, very beginning, then you're either going too early or too late. So there is like that kind of that nice spot, somewhere in the middle of the show, kind of towards the end ish, where like those are that's the time to run those. And if you have the ability to see how many people are asking for that, and then there's like a lot of stuff that I want to know too, like is it always in there, or say I'm in your show and I say, do you have any Titleist hats, right? And then say you don't answer me right away, but it populates, so like it's in there, and then a minute later you get around to being like, oh yeah, I do have Titleist hats. Does that now go away because I've left the show, or
I don't think that leaves. It seemed to me like that stacked up and did not go away.
So like there should almost be like two categories. Like, okay, like the people that have asked a question and are still in attendance, right? So that like, okay, we can answer this, we can get to this. And then the people that have asked a question and also left, not saying that you don't get to it, but that, now that we might have to discuss this outside of this actual show. You know what I mean?
Right. I think he needs this feedback more than anything from people that aren't really card sellers, because he seems like it's really,
to develop beyond where he's at now.
Yeah.
I think it's really good feedback for him. I can't wait until I see who is in second and who is in third bidding, and because that's where most of the time when I'm in it, that's where I want to be. I want to be in second. I really don't want to buy anything on Whatnot, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm there to support.
Oh yeah, I mean, like same.
You didn't support. Fantastic support this Saturday. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I want to pump those numbers up in second place.
One of the biggest boxes I sent out.
Yeah, I know. You're welcome, Rob.
I buy a lot of shit, and I'm like, damn it. Damn it, I didn't want that.
Yeah. And then it gets here and you're like, yes. Yes.
Oh, dude.
Did I buy that?
Can I show you guys what Little B just said?
What Little B sent? Let's see.
Oh my God. That's what I'm talking about right there.
There it is.
AI at its finest.
I don't know about you guys, dude, but I'm absolutely jacked.
Yeah, I don't know. You look like,
dude, where's that extra hand coming from?
Yeah. Oh, get your hands above the table.
Yeah, where is that coming from?
B, you stuck your hand in there? You got your hand on Steven's shoulder?
I don't know what this is all about, but I mean,
show it again.
Oh yeah. Look, see that extra hand right there?
Oh yeah.
I want you to know that's exactly what I look like with my shirt on.
So old.
Yeah,
like Stone Cold.
That's what I'm thinking.
Like 100-year-old Stone Cold.
And why are we in Rob's basement?
Yeah.
Place to be, baby. You're at the clubhouse.
That's what you call it.
AI is at its finest.
Hey,
yeah,
it's top flight here, baby.
That's how it was intended to be used. Not training it on chat.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's meant so you can make ridiculous photos of the boys. But I think overall, that guy seems like he has a pretty good product. So, I mean, especially for it being his, kind of his phase one product. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's a great start.
Yeah. I think being able
Everything
to
has to start
import
somewhere.
Yeah, I think being able to import live comp is pretty legit too. I mean, especially in his space, he's obviously a card guy. In his space, the card market is so crazy up and down. I mean, I'm not in cards, but I'm sure you have to be super on top of it to not get burned, and you know what I mean. And
like
all
you
this other
said, there
stuff,
are a dozen different directories to look at.
Yeah.
And it's a lot easier to find too. I mean, finding comps for us is not always the easiest thing. A 1-to-1 comp on even a regular polo shirt.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
It almost doesn't matter whatever it's sold for on eBay, and that's what I say in hats all the time. The comp doesn't matter. I had this guy message me emailed me. He was like, he had no idea how to price this hat. So it was a Black Dome Sports Specialties laser, Utah Jazz. So, and my initial thing was, I don't think he knew like all the keywords, laser, Black Dome, all that stuff. I said, make sure you're looking that stuff up. But there wasn't one on the market, and there hasn't been one on the market in over a year. The last time that it sold for $120 to $150. I wouldn't trust that comp. I mean, they may have thrown it up for $150 and it sold in 30 seconds and they severely underpriced it because it's not out there.
Yeah.
I said I would price it at twice whatever the last sold was almost 2 years ago, because it's obvious that hat doesn't even come on the market that often. If it hadn't sold in 2 years, it's not that it doesn't sell, it's that it doesn't pop up. And I think people don't understand that about collectibles and rare items either. Just because you can't find a comp doesn't mean you shouldn't get it or you shouldn't mark it up. Sometimes it just doesn't hit the market. So anyways, long story short, he listed for $300, gets a $100 offer, $150 offer. Now he's up to a $200 offer on that hat. If he was priced it for $150, he probably would have got 150. But you just can't, for the rare items and a lot of hats, there's no 1-to-1. You're just not going to know exactly what to price it. So I don't think I was interested to hear that was coming, but that wasn't interesting for me. I don't think that'll ever be very beneficial for clothes or hats or that type of stuff.
No.
I'm not going to have much 1-to-1 to compare it to.
He will have a lot of people on the app that can utilize it. You're talking about all the different cards, sports cards, the Pokemon cards, the Magic cards, the Disney cards, all those. Then he could still get into the pricing for the pops and all that. And
tailoring it to cards is super smart. I mean, it's the fastest growing and highest volume thing on eBay. I'm sure I don't know if it is on Whatnot. I assume it is. Yes. I don't know if there's a higher volume thing.
Yeah, it's one of the biggest ones.
Yeah, it's always in the most watched, say the number one most watched category.
We might need to get into it, boys. We're gonna have to buy some cards.
It's just like, I mean, man, like you gotta do your freaking 10,000 hours in it, just like anything. But it's like, man, I mean, there is a lot, like there's just tons and tons and tons of money in that for sure. I think overall, like I said, I think he's onto something cool though, for sure. Like I definitely, when I do this t-shirt show, I'm gonna put it up there.
Yeah, definitely at least run in the background to see what all the analytics that you get from the show. Definitely worth checking that out.
Yeah,
Mikey, you run OBS now?
No, I don't. I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I was trying to avoid this, but I don't even know what that is. I have zero clue what that is.
It's basically just an application to be able to, you run it with Whatnot. This application, you're able to put stuff on the screen and kind of change your stream to use it. Your camera comes in, and then you can switch between those angles. And in this app, you're able to put the overlays and stuff. It's really a program to be able to manipulate your stream.
Okay.
If I explain that well, probably not.
Yeah, I mean, it gives you more customization.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's cool. That's cool. I don't know.
Potentially a pain in the ass. I don't know. I mean, it
Yeah.
could be more trouble than it's worth. I'll have to find out.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, listen, at the end of the day, if you're using any kind of third-party apps or softwares or whatever it is for your whatnot shows, you're probably not the just began, you probably have some kind of routine or establishment, or you know what I mean? It's usually not the people that hey, this is my first show, so on and so forth. You know what I mean? So
Oh yeah, first show you're not coming out running OBS.
yeah. I mean, unless you're a nerd, like some people are nerds and they already have all of that kind of stuff because they've done
First show,
other
you're
things.
just trying
But
to figure out shipping and how do I run an auction?
yeah, so yeah, it's for everybody. It's kind of like that, at least that next step in there. It's called getcaddie.now, right? That's where you go.
Well, you use the link that'll be in the description. So
Okay, there's a link in the description.
Yeah, but yes, getcaddie.now is his website.
Okay.
But if you want 20% off your first month and 14 days free, then you use our link.
Yeah, well then you got
You got to use our link.
yeah. Yeah, if you don't, I'll straight up find you.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I'm sure there's analytics for that too.
yeah.
Who didn't use our link? We'll be able to.
There will be. They will know. We will know.
Heck
So-
yeah.
How excited are y'all? What I sent out this week as well. It only took, what are we going on? eBay 28th year, 30th year.
Okay.
We
You
finally
know,
got-
I had to wait for the clarification on which thing you sent out.
Oh yeah, the bundles. We can now bundle on
bundle.
eBay. Oh my!
I'm
God.
amazed. That tells me eBay is watching
Is
our
listening.
stream. Boom.
They have to be.
Boom.
They have to be listening. They are plugged in. They probably even heard me talk about how my fear of them sending me dead animals. They probably even heard that. They are probably
Yeah.
that plugged into the reselling raiders.
I mean, they are out in California, and we always have California listeners.
Have you gotten any bundles?
One. I got one. I don't know if it was by accident and they accidentally got a discount or it does. Have you seen in the messages? Have you turned yours on yet?
Yeah.
So in the messages, it's like putting it in big bold letters up there. Hey, you can bundle in this store, save 10, 15, 20% if you order more items from this store. So that's cool to see. It seems like they're really going to push it, and it's about time. I don't know why it
Yes.
was ever so hard.
Yeah.
I don't know. It seemed like Vented had it down pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
like all
Make a
the
bundle, get a discount. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
all the non-Depop sellers, just you make sure you understand your bundle settings before you implement it. Because if you're going to give somebody 20% off of, they're going to send you an offer that's 20% off of your listed price, and then maybe if you buy one item, it's 15% more. Now they really got 35%. So you got to be a little more especially because eBay's has going to have way, our eBay stores. I have way more items in my eBay store that are, probably discounted down to $10 now because they've been on there so long. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or shit, maybe even we sold a $7 dish the other day. You know what I mean? Because it's been up there for 500 days. So, you have to be careful because people will just go and buy this other random thing because it's going to knock the price of this big item that they're buying.
Right.
They'll end up getting
Okay,
more
yeah.
money, getting more money off than what it is they spend on this other thing. So just make sure that you have all your shit squared away.
Chip away and chip away till it's all gone.
Yeah, and also how much you're sending out in offers.
Yes.
If you're taking 20-30% off in an offer, and then you're going to offer them 20% more off
Yes.
in a bundle, are you comfortable with that amount?
Yeah.
Total.
I mean, you have to be like legit about, I mean, because like I said, our business plans are not $15 items. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, dude, we have $15 items up there. You know what I mean? Like, it's just one of those things that it is what it is. So if somebody has a $400 hat that they're sending you a $330 offer that you're going to take, they might just go and buy 2 more $10 hats because it's going to get them 20% more. You know what I mean? They're going to save another 60 bucks on this thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you got to be ultra careful.
Yeah, but they did say also, like, if they end up returning those, then you may end up hardly giving them any refund, even if they return those, because it is going to take off that bundle deal that they got if they end up returning those items.
Good.
So maybe that's one of those little things in there that they had to figure out how to program all that, and so maybe that's why it took so long. But I don't believe it.
Yeah, it would almost be cool, if it was almost like an accept or deny bundle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where it's like, all right, you've already sent me an offer. I think it's just for this one item, so I'm okay giving you 20% off of this one item, but I don't want you to go buy another one and get, you already kind of got the 20%. You know what I mean? So that would be cool. Maybe eBay obviously listens to what we have to say, so
obviously
maybe that will be in V2.
eBay, don't let those sellers get smoked.
Yeah, because dude, like I told you right now, I got smoked on what was it that I sold on Depop? I can't remember, but yeah, I got
some jeans or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, some shit. I don't remember now. I got smoked though. Yeah,
but I'm just telling you right now, I have 0.4% that I can cancel. I'm not afraid to do it. I mean, I'm at 0.06. I know exactly how many cancels I still have before I lose top rated seller. So if I accidentally price something wrong, I'm not sweating it that much. I'm not that worried about it. You got to know where you are on your metrics. I know. Is it kind of a jerk thing to do? Probably. I mean, should you honor if you accidentally mess up $100 item and what do you guys think?
Well,
it's $100 hat. You accidentally.
I had this discussion today. I had this absolute discussion today. It happened on Whatnot. A guy was selling a thing. I'm not going to say what it was because I don't want to give away anybody's names. But he said he was going to sell it for $170. Accidentally hit the start button at $1. It went off for $80.
I don't fault him at all. Just he cancel it.
He could have done that, but instead he decided he wanted to break the rules and tell the guy to tip him the difference.
Is that how that's breaking the rules?
That will absolutely get you kicked off of Whatnot.
Yeah, there are people.
If you cut Whatnot out of the money, you will get banned.
Yeah,
which is exactly what that does, and that's one of Whatnot's top rules.
But yeah, because you have to end up like giving like $5 $20 tips to get to $100, right? Because you can't even do $100 tip.
You can tip $100, yeah.
Oh, you might double check that. I've seen it done where they had to end up like tipping multiple times. You gonna tip me $100, Rob?
No, but I'm gonna look at the tip me. Here's the tips. $100 right there.
Oh yeah.
Maybe they had this guy turned down because they knew what he was doing. I swear, I had to tip somebody multiple. I shouldn't even be saying this right now. So, anyways, rewind.
Oh, yeah, he had a stroke.
Not that I would be involved in anything like that. But I've never said somebody needs to tip me to buy this. I don't agree with that at all. I have been in shows where people have encouraged a tip to make up for some difference. I feel like it's not the best way to go about doing things.
I too. I've been in shows where
But to answer that question,
somebody got a great deal and
Yeah.
threw a $20 bill as a tip, saying because they knew later on they were going to quadruple that on eBay.
yeah. But what do you think? I mean, was he wrong though? Would you have just canceled it?
Yeah, I mean, you said you're gonna do it for 170 and you accidentally hit $1. Like, I mean, yeah. I don't even
cancel
really think it's all that wrong to do it on eBay, frankly. The only times that I think that it's like legitimately wrong to do is like when is in-person meetups. You know, if you guys agree and you're going to go drive, even if it's 5 minutes down the road, but you're going to take time out of your day to go and meet somebody, and then when you get there, now something has changed and they want whatever amount more than what you agreed on before you left to go do that, then it's like that's kind of fucked up because it's, yeah, I've wasted part of my day. But
That's like totally the opposite of what we're talking about, though.
well, like you're talking about like accidentally pricing something too low and then canceling.
No,
That's what I was talking about.
He
that's
accidentally ran.
That's
He
exactly.
accidentally ran the thing. He agreed on a price with a buyer, and he started it for $1.
Yeah.
And then it went. The auction went through, and the guy that won it for $80 instead of $170.
Yeah, I think Steven is talking about not knowing that something's worth $100, selling it for $20, and then finding out after it's sold that it's actually worth $100 and canceling that to relist it for $100. You know what I mean?
It happened to me twice on Vinted this week. I'm sure somebody listening to this out there is the one that was in the other person's ear, because I think that's what ended up being. Chad Little, diamond cut, on Vinted, throws it up there for $10. I buy it immediately. She's like, "Oh, I'm gonna have to relist this. I'm sorry," cancels it on me. Throws it back up there, $15 this time. I'm like, all right, still, I'm in. $15.
Snatch.
Buy it.
Double snatch.
I buy it, and then she cancels it and then blocks my ass after that. I'm like, what is going on here?
Why'd you catch a block?
I don't know. That's what Mary said. She's
Well,
like,
she was going to
"Blocked
put
you?"
it back up again for $20 and then want his ass buying it.
I don't know. Wish she was like trying to hold it for somebody else, some money laundering type situation.
What-
I don't know.
What
Christ.
D cut was it?
It was Chad Little John Deere D cut. It was like a black dome.
Really?
Last sale
That's
I
sweet.
saw on it was $100. But I don't know. I don't know why I caught the block. I was just trying to buy it, lady. You know,
Yeah.
You price it, I buy it if I want to buy it.
Yeah, you were even cool with her new price.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
I'm guessing somebody was like, "Oh, $10. I'll pay you $15." And she's like, "Oh, okay, here's $15." And then I buy it again for $15. And they're like, "Oh, well, I'll give you $20. Relist it again, and then block the other guy so he doesn't mess with us." That's my guess. I don't know.
Yeah,
There may
so
be something else.
somebody else just got the smoker, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody else she promised it to them or something and felt bad that I kept buying it out from underneath them.
I still have yet to buy anything off Vinted.
I'm dying over here about that.
You-
I'm actually
you
looking for it right now. If I find it, I'll buy it for you.
Chad Little John Deere D cut.
Dude,
Last
that
sold
thing's-
on
that thing's
eBay
so
for
gone.
$100.
That thing is so gone, dude.
Yeah. It's way gone.
I
That's what I
I
should
had
have
the-
done though. I should have sent it to Rob and had him buy it, and maybe she
Yeah.
would have honored the sale to him.
yeah, you should have.
Maybe she didn't like you from Oklahoma.
Yeah, then and then Rob would have been like, "Oh, dude, thank you so much. Like, thanks for the toss." And then he would have
Thank you.
got it and then sold it for $100.
Yeah. Thanks.
I
Thanks, man.
thought
really
about
appreciate that.
asking. I went to the flea market this morning. I found absolutely nothing, and which is the first time in forever I didn't find anything. But I went to this little thrift store that's right by the flea market, and it's a local spot. And I was thinking about asking the manager or the owner or whatever if I could just
Can you have
straight
less
up
space?
buy, if I could just straight up buy their overflow donations, like sight unseen, local thrift store donations.
My boy just loves a challenge, doesn't he?
Don't do it, bro. I mean,
What if
you're
you?
gonna-
But I'm saying, what if you did like 10 cents a pound? You think that's too much?
I don't know. I
That
think
means that like every 10 pounds, you would have to find something. Like you would be able to go through 100 pounds of donations, right? What are the chances that you don't find $10 worth
you're
of
gonna
stuff?
get skid mark Haynes is what you're gonna get.
Yeah.
gonna
What are
get-
you going to do
I
with
mean,
the
for
shit
sure
you don't
you're
want?
gonna get. I don't know. That's a future me problem. That's not right now. Man.
Sounds like it could be the right now, man.
But I'm just like, why are we looking at the racks like this? I'm like, most of these places just have rooms just smack to the ceiling. They don't even have enough. They don't have enough room for all the donations. So I'm like, okay, well, what if we just went in there and did like 10 cents a pound or something like that, 15 cents.
Why don't
a
you just
pound?
ask them for access to the back room?
Because
for
they
a
never
fee?
they never give it to you. And the problem is, what it's like, so what? You're just gonna go in there and just tear up their room? You know what I mean? Like, you're just gonna, like, what are you gonna do with all the stuff you don't want? You're just gonna throw it back in there, or I don't even know how that even works.
What is a shopping cart? 20 pounds?
Like, how
Give or
much does it
take.
actually weigh?
Yeah. How much are you? Like a shopping cart at the bins is about 20 pounds, right? Of clothes.
Yeah, I mean,
Something
Oh,
like
you talking
that.
about a full?
Maybe
How much can you
40
fit
I
in
guess
a
if you
shopping
don't,
cart?
I guess if you don't have jeans and stuff like that. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, we'll say 20 pounds, sure.
How much are you wanting?
So,
I mean, are
so
you going to
like,
be able to make a big enough impact to even make it worth their time? How much? I mean,
oh,
that's kinda what I'm
yeah, but
thinking
I'm saying, I don't want a shopping cart. Like,
Yeah.
I want 1,000 pounds.
Like he wants a
Yeah.
rag house.
You know what I mean?
too. Yeah.
Like, I don't want. Yeah, you're right. I don't want to go in there and be like, hey, can I get 10 pounds? Like, no.
You don't have enough rag houses.
I
What
wanna
happened
be
to
like-
the rag house that you and Amanda went to and climbed over the hills for?
The guy died.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
There's more than one rag house at Jacksonville. Trust me.
Well, yeah. I mean, that was just a thrift. It just happened to have that crazy shit in the back. But
Just
rag
saying. I
house
know there's
style.
rag houses. There are rag houses in Jacksonville.
What are you
Yeah,
going to
know
do
how-
with the
you know how
9,500
impossible-
pounds that is worthless as shit?
Probably
I think he's
ship it to
going to
Haiti.
have more shit to get rid of than he will do it.
Probably. Oh yeah. I mean, obviously, there's gonna be way more dog shit than there will be good stuff. But it'd be fun, and then you could ship the stuff to Haiti for like 5 cents a pound or something like that. So then you're getting back half your money, but you're only getting the good stuff. All right. Well, you guys are haters, dude. Like, I don't know what to tell you. like,
I'm going to wish you the
okay,
best of luck, my friend. I'm going to wish you the best of luck.
I'm thinking you create a vented account and you log on and just hand pick some stuff up there.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
I've had shit on my doorstep all week from Vented.
I like the question marks.
But you're not going to get any. You're not going to get any absolute bangers. I mean, and if you do, then they're
For
just gonna
sure you
cancel.
will.
No, I'm
on
saying on
Vented.
vented. Yeah, they're just going to cancel on you and screwed. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, twice. That's insane.
All right. Well, the other news of the week. Did you guys get your email? Did you read your email?
The answer's gonna be no for me. I don't know what you're talking about.
You sent an
from
email?
Whatnot. No, the email from Whatnot
No.
on the seller provided support will begin on September 1st.
Oh,
As a reminder, starting September 1st, we'll begin rolling out our seller provided support, SPS for short, for all eligible U.S. sellers. This will give you ownership of buyer support requests with the tools to resolve the issues quickly and directly with the buyers.
I
There you
don't
go.
mind as long as
as
return
long
it
as they
and
give
I'll
us a
re-
deny button.
Yeah. I'm okay with return it and refund. If that's the option, then return it and I'll give you a refund. And
Yes, there are a multitude of options from what I'm reading.
I
So,
want buyer pay.
and they say they will very much support the seller for situations that are beyond the seller's, abilities. Like if it gets damaged in shipping, or if it gets lost in shipping, or if it's delayed for 2 weeks for some reason.
I've shipped out 1,000 packages in 2 months. I have I've had one maybe. So we're at 99.9% of the packages get scanned delivered. It's 0.1% for me that get lost.
I have 0 right now, knock on wood.
Yeah. It just hardly ever happens. And as long as Whatnot takes up for you for that, if it's scanned delivered, then it's just like eBay. Like there's really nothing that they can do at that point. You've
I
done your
have
part.
had in the 3 years, or 3.5 years, back to when I started as a buyer, I've had 3 packages go missing, and literally all 3 of them showed up 6 to 8 months later.
I just got one returned to the warehouse today that I shipped out January 30th.
The easiest thing to say is that they're reducing their exposure and the amount of money they put out for returns.
What is that?
Oof, that is destroyed. The TV got busted, huh?
Dude, you know how amazing I packed this?
I'm sure.
I went to Walmart and bought pillows.
Yeah.
Like,
I remember you talked about it.
With a big box, plenty of room.
How far did it have to go?
There, Sarasota, like 2 hours south. And it was so close. It was so close. I dropped it off at like 4 p.m. It was there the next day with like just regular like ground shipping or whatever.
They catapulted that damn thing to Sarasota.
They did. They threw that son of a bitch.
And there is no lie, no exaggeration. There is easily 100 yards of bubble wrap around this thing. Like, I know it's hard to tell from this because like it looks open, but it wasn't open. They had to open it to show you the picture. Yeah, there is 100 yards of bubble wrap on top of pillows and towels. I'm like, how? Well, yeah, I'm like, how that happened is just mind blowing to me. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. And they sent me a bunch of photos too, so I know it's not one of those like AI, make it broken things. And like they were legit, and they're sending it back to me. But I'm like, dude, yeah. I'm like, how the fuck did you guys possibly break this? I'm like, I think you could have dropped the thing off the Eiffel Tower.
How'd you send it?
How FedEx Ground.
Oh, fuck FedEx, man.
Oh, I hate FedEx. I hate FedEx, but it was $70 to ship at USPS. So, yeah. And I'm waiting on FedEx.
You might have just drove it down there.
I mean, to be honest with you, like, it wouldn't even been a bad idea. Yeah, I'm waiting on. I submitted, and I did the smart thing. I paid the extra $3 and whatever for the insurance to bump it up to 300 and something bucks. So I'm waiting on to see if FedEx is going to try to hard arm me or not.
They will.
Yeah, they will.
Well, I've never had to submit a claim with them. I've only had to dispute overages, but I've never had to submit a claim with them.
I haven't either. The overages are a pain, though.
Oh, overages are terrible, but the
FedEx is terrible.
I've won every claim I've ever submitted with USPS, which it hasn't been many, but I think it's been 3 or 4 of them. But
they've
given me all my money back. Yeah. Yes, that's the Mickey TV.
It is the Mickey TV. Yeah, that's what makes it so sad.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like, I was so bummed out, dude. Like, the worst thing is like when you sell something, and then a day or two goes by, and like where it hasn't been long enough that you forgot you sold it, and then you get a message about it, 100% of the time it's a bad message.
Yep.
100%. It's not like, hey, got here in great shape, like it works amazing, thank you so much. It's always like, this thing fucking was dropped from a helicopter, like it's, you know, it's just like, dude, this thing went through a nuclear war. It's like, come on, man, like it's so annoying. And it's like, dude, that thing was heavy. Like
that thing was for somebody's kid. You know, they were gonna put it in a kid's room.
Yeah, and that's the thing. What sucks about collectibles like that is, like, you know, in a way, once those things break, or like that, you know, that bowl that I shipped out like a year ago that we talked about, that was like a $400 and something bowl. Like things that are like that, it's like there's not another one. I mean, there's other ones, but they don't make another one of it. You know, like once that one gets shattered, then it's just one less one that's floating around. Like it's terrible.
It's sad. It's really nice.
The shit is really nice. It looks like is it a wool blend or no? It looks a little woolly from here.
I think it's a wool blend. Oh, I can't find a tag in it.
Wow.
Just a straight up top plate tag. No, that's not
to me. Steven, so you haven't done any in-person sourcing in like a long time.
3 months, 4 months, maybe.
Gosh, dude.
No,
bro. Listen, I respect your grind 100%. That would drive me up a fucking wall, dude.
Who wants to go to the bins, bro?
Bro, you were having, bro. Okay, hey guys, everybody that's listening, rewind 6 months. Steven was like, bro, the bins are fun. Like, freaking, we're doing it. Like, dude, you just said that. You've made a full 360, because when we started this pod, you said you hated sourcing. You were only a lister. And then we rounded that corner and you were like, bro, you went to a 100-mile yard sale, doing this, killing it, finding a bunch of shit. And now we're
out there. They were getting into the grind. There were elbows in it.
You gotta, I mean, you got to keep yourself pumped up. You got to, whatever moment or season that you're in, it has to be the best moment or season that you're in.
No, I do agree with that.
Mike, the reality is Mary was finding all the good shit.
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
of course.
Ours just sucks. Mary's right. She said, I like it, it's just not ours.
Mary, yours do not suck near as bad as the one here in Baltimore. Trust what I tell you. People around the country know those bins suck here in Baltimore.
Is it because like it doesn't have a lot of stuff that comes out, or your likelihood of being murdered in the parking lot is high?
All of the above. All of the above. There's videos about the bins.
Nice. Who is this? Alex is like, what the fuck is going on?
Okay, so back to what we were just talking about. I do agree with Steven, though. I do like the fact that I don't like the extra work. I kind of got used to Whatnot handling everything, dishing out the money, but I don't not like being able to handle any kind of issue that comes up one-on-one and just deal with it, and not have somebody pissed off because they had to deal with Whatnot and it didn't come out their way. And Whatnot, God bless them, but they are not the best at responding.
No, they're not the best. They're literally the worst. They're horrible. Well,
you get an AI response.
So you know what's funny about this though is that they go from horrible customer support. As far as, I'm not saying their outcomes are horrible, but the way that you contact them, the speed in which you get a response, all that's horrible. And instead of implementing live chats, you know, like fast responses, they immediately go to everything's on the seller. And then in a case the seller can't fix it, then we're basically just going to revert right back to an email chain, dog shit. Like it's terrible. Like, why don't we roll out maybe a 24/7 live chat? You guys are literally worth like billions of dollars now, and you can include us. I just don't like how they change shipping, right? They change shipping and they implement this in like within a month of each other. Like, you know, we've been rocking and rolling for years on end the same way that it's been, which has worked fine. It's not like it hasn't worked. And then you're implementing two like very large changes, in my personal opinion. You know what I mean?
Oh, they're definitely large changes. They're absolutely.
Yeah, and so it's like, dude.
But I mean, have you ever seen Whatnot headquarters?
I mean, what is it? Like some massive building somewhere? Or is it some tiny little building?
Is that it?
That's it right there. There's
What-
see the
Is that one room in San Francisco?
2211 20 whatever that address is for the mail access.
Well,
I'm
you
guessing
know it's
they're
in San
one of the-
Francisco.
I'm guessing they're one of the rooms upstairs.
You know, I mean that it's in San Francisco.
I told their AI support chat to F off. That got me a response from a live person.
Dev's so awesome. Hey,
But
Rob,
now
Rob.
The golf category actually had somebody that when I started, I had a phone number to a guy I could talk to, and literally this guy met up with Griffin Thrifty in Cleveland, or is it Cleveland? No, Columbus, when they went to a golf show and they hung out.
That's cool.
And I'm like, that's gone by the wayside. He got a promotion to another spot on whatnot, and it's been
Well, I mean,
shit
there's,
since.
their office is 460 square feet. So I don't know. Must be a work from home job.
It is San Francisco, isn't it?
They are a
Well,
work from home job. Yes.
Hey, Steven, did you see the photo?
Yes.
I mean, do we need to pull it up again?
Well,
Wait, Rob, can we see the Whatnot headquarters again, real quick, please? And
2261 Market Street, Suite 10754, San Francisco, California. I gotta find the damn thing. Here it is. I don't know which one of those.
That's San Francisco.
1074.
Yep.
That is definitely 2231 or 61, whatever it's called, Market Street.
Yeah, there's somebody pissing right there.
Upstairs somewhere.
It's their
is he
state
taking
flag.
a leak? That
No,
guy
he's
is.
not.
That guy's pissing. They got their state flag out.
Got his hands to the block.
That is San Francisco for sure. Nice.
Could you imagine? We should go knock on the door there. Hey, I'm trying to reach customer support.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got a question
guys-
about this new service.
Did you guys see the their booth at the National?
Deb swears it's in Los Angeles.
Okay.
Wait, Rob, why'd you say it like that?
I don't know. The paperwork I got that
Why
came
did you
to
say
me
it
said,
like that?
the paperwork I got that came to me said that address.
Oh, dude, that's so funny. He said, "Oh yeah." Oh,
They're on the
that
run.
is-
They're on the run. Look, we're all
yeah,
gonna
that's
be,
their front. That's their front quarters right there.
we're all gonna be looking for.
That's probably just where the CEO lives.
maybe in the
Could
suite,
be.
in
Yeah.
the one suite.
Yeah, that's incredible. Oh, Rob, did what was the guy's name that owns Caddie?
JD.
Yeah, did JD did he tell you if
Oh,
he
look,
sells
here,
on
it's
anything?
on the bottom of the damn email to us. What not incorporated?
Wow.
That's the email to sellers.
You knew he was going to pull out the receipts on this one.
Wow, they're just trying to get us to send mail to a fraudulent address.
I know. Hey, look, Deb's cracking down on him. She's like, I got addresses for
I
him.
think I've driven by.
Don't mess with Deb, man. Deb's top notch.
Oh no, oh yeah, no, Deb's
Hey,
Deb's
Deb is
as
connected.
legit. Deb's as
Deb is
legit
connected.
of a human being as there ever was. Did JD say if he sold on anything other than Whatnot?
I think he said he had some stuff on eBay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he hits it. I believe that's what he said in the fabulous interview.
So, what do you guys think? Next week, we're going to try to go live Friday night, and we're going to try and do this interview live. The guy that we're going to get on next week he has basically an eBay auto lister. You're just taking pictures of stuff, and it's automatically going to throw it up there on eBay. It's like a magic listing.
Magic.
How do you think this? Could we use these in conjunction with each other? Would you use anything like that? I guess is my question.
You guys know my stance. I would use that, but it better be 100% right 100% of the time. Like if I have to double check even one single thing, never again. If I got through 500 listings and I was like, oh, there's a mess up on one, forgive it, you know. But if it's my first couple hundred listings and I recognize that there's an issue that was not caused by me,
that's what support's for.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm just like you when you pay for services, this is my personal opinion. When you pay for services, they better be 100% right 100% of the time. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, the pricing, I'm assuming you
because
have to
they're
go in.
Exactly, because they're expensive. Not because I wouldn't be as strict if they were $20 a month. You know what I mean? And like I don't even know what this guy's is. I'm not saying that his is good, bad, expensive or
no,
not.
I agree.
But
You
just
get
in
what
general,
you pay for, and
you get
when
Nifty,
you pay for it, you better get it.
all this other stuff, and they want unlimited listings is going to be $150 a month. Like, and now when you're paying that much money or however much it is, $100 a month, like, yeah, I want a good ass product. I don't want some bullshit.
Can you imagine how this interview is going to go? Mike's going to be like, "Your shit messed up on me. I ain't putting up with this bullshit.
I'm going to use this, but I'm going to tell you what. If it messes up, I'm coming for you."
We ain't putting up with this shit.
I'm just going to tell you right now, like, that's just, dude,
Bring
like, that's how I look at it. Is like
saddle up.
If you ask a premium, then the product should be premium, and like, there's not a lot of things in my life other than, I think that's the only thing in my life. No, there's a couple things, but the only thing in my life that's more expensive than $100 a month is like just your normal big bills, your car and your house. You know what I mean? I have no other extracurricular monthly subscriptions that come near $100.
My YouTube TV is getting up there. I lost my streaming service. Rest in peace. They went down. So I'm currently back on the market for that. If anybody can hit me up in my DMs.
Is that one of the Fire Stick things?
Yeah. I need to get back in the game on the free streaming. I don't know. So YouTube TV at $89 a month is quite a bit. And that's pretty close.
Expensive.
That's a lot.
Oh, I robbed my parents, dude. I just log into their shit.
You still. That's what I'm afraid my sons are going to be like.
Oh, they will, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen. I moved out in high school, so I'm gonna take what I can get. You know what I mean? I've been playing this game for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm excited to see what this guy has to say, though. I would love. I mean, there'd be nothing better than if you could just take photos of your items, and then everything else would automatically be done. All your brands, your sizes, your flaws, like that would be, if it truly worked how everybody wants these types of things to work, that'd be the best, dude.
Yeah, I just wonder how it would work. I'm using this export your store, so I could get overloaded with apps file here. Yeah, I could get overloaded with the apps really easy here.
Yeah.
I have something. I mean, you have something to list it all for you. You have something to cross-list it all for you. You have something to help run your whatnot show. You have, and then
that's got to run inside of an app.
Yeah, and then you want to sell on Poshmark. Oh well, you're gonna have to pay $40 a month to get people to actually share your shit because you don't like sharing stuff on Poshmark. It's a big waste of time. That's another $40.
Yeah,
it can get expensive. You can't. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see though how far
your cross lister does a good job, right?
I really like export.
Okay, so it's something that you would recommend. You would recommend your cross. Okay, right. So then we'll say it does a good job.
Yeah.
And you haven't found any kind of auto lister or like these types of thing where it's just a photo and then does that, right?
No.
So if you were to find one that actually did as good of a job doing that as say your cross lister does at cross listing, then they would just need to collab and just make it a joint venture.
Yeah. What am I gonna do all day?
That's ego.
That go to the bins.
Go to the
Dude,
bins.
you could have a 20,000 item store.
Yeah, you think so? I don't want to dig. I don't want to dig for Eileen Fisher. I don't care about Eileen Fisher. Lululemon,
He's on to the next thing, man.
I don't
He's
want
got
to
like
dig for that shit.
I don't care about no Eileen.
He's trying to
Fish.
build up a 3D printing farm. Leave him alone.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying though.
That's all you can find in quantity at the bins is women's clothes.
So my question is, Steven,
and my bins, anyways.
You said the other day or whatever that it takes you about 1 minute to list a hat, right?
Yeah, 1 minute to picture, 1 minute to list.
Okay, so 2
minutes.
So, but 1 minute for the physical listing part.
Yeah.
Okay. See, and I think that's really fast. You know what I mean? Like,
most people have problems with most people got a problem with the pricing. I mean, you get to the pricing, and if you have to look it up, that can cost you a minute to 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't spend a lot of time looking at prices. Yeah.
Yeah. See, like mine's like the sell similar, and then you're, because it's not just hats, obviously, when you do like shirts like that, then it's like, then you got to change the brand or, change the tag, change the size, change the color.
That's why I don't sell similar. If you just write a new title every time, then what it populates in the autofill on the computer is usually right.
Yeah, because you do the computer.
Columbia, small, T-shirt, men's.
Mike's
click,
on his
click,
phone all
click,
the time.
click.
Yeah.
And you're done.
Mike's on his phone.
I'm a couch lister, dude. I just freaking sit on the couch, dude, and just get to business. You know what I mean?
You gotta try it. You gotta try it on the computer.
Yeah, I do.
He's
it's kind of intimidated though. It seems like there's more shit.
There is.
It's probably not, but it seems like
there.
So what are you at, about 3 minutes? Take you about 3 minutes to do a listing?
I think, yeah. I mean, if I really was trying to lock in, I could probably get it done in 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes. But like last night, dude, I'm sitting there watching the Tuesday night fights, and so I think I listed 10 items in an hour and a half. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just I'll just do one during commercial or something. But yeah, because I'm well, I mean, damn it. I mean, if you're listing so fast already, and say you list 30 items a day or 50 items a day, what is it?
It just depends. 25 to 50. If we have 2 boxes of hats to do, then we do 50. If we don't, we do 25.
So then that's basically, an hour of the physical sit down part.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, it can save you an hour.
It's really tough to make it worth my time. We'll see. It'll be interesting. I'm more interested in the dynamic of how it goes live with all 4 of us and talking to this fella. So it'll be an interesting show next week. Make sure you guys tune in.
Can't believe we did do a softball first. Hey, let's go. Let's just dive into
we're gonna change this. Yeah, I think so. I don't know. I can never hear the music. So maybe he's playing it right now. And Steven's face says he's playing. Amanda just walked out and she said, "What? No bolos?" Oh, do you hear it? Oh, wait. Oh yeah.
Oh, did she think I was getting ready to sign off?
Yeah, she did.
She thought I was in the final.
All right.
He's got to have.
I swear my entire life, I do not hear. It's the only music that I don't hear.
You got to have noise suppression turned on in your headphones.
You got to have. He's got to have something banging in his bolo list because he wants to really show us something. I have this feeling.
I know.
No, I was wondering why Amanda said no bolos. I'm like, we look for the same shit.
Who's going first?
Her and I bolo each other.
Go ahead.
All right.
Here we go.
Holy shit.
Look at these golf bags. Vessel. Vessel. They make some limited versions. Now, if you can find a great vessel bag, whatever model, look it up. You're talking around $600-$800. The leather on you'll know it's because it's so soft.
Those are all stand bags.
Well, you got some that are cart bags, and some that are stand bags. So
wow.
Yep. Now here's one. I kind of always bring you something from Japan. 14 wedge. So it's FOURTEEN, just like 14. That's the brand name as well. It's called 14, and they make some of the sickest wedges you will find. They're right up there with the Vokies in value. So you're talking about $150, depending on which wedge you get.
They look kind of like Mizuno or something.
Yeah, they have a little Mizuno look to them. That little, I don't know if you could blow it up, but that little thing there on the end, it looks like a little mark.
Yeah.
On the toe, that's their logo.
Awesome. What do you got, Mike? Or do you want
When did we do our last podcast?
Last week.
Last week. This is number 60, too.
Dang it! So I already showed my leg.
Bam!
You already showed
us the leg. Yes.
That sucks, dude. Damn it! That just is so upsetting. All right, I have some good ones. We'll start off a little light and a little out there. This one was really cool.
Oh boy.
This is called a Snuggly. It's called a Snuggly 2. It's a baby carrier.
Baby carrier.
Mary always looks for the baby carriers.
It's old denim, and the way that people can tell is there's a couple different zippers. Talon is a big one. Scoville, Ideal. You get old zippers always means old shit. So if it's not YKK, not that YKK can't be old, but YKK is always a little bit newer than some of the other zipper brands. That's how you'll know that you have an old one. But it's cool.
Oh,
it's like that 1970s, 1980s little baby carrier. It sold fast. Like only $30. It wasn't. It's not incredible, but the sell-through rate on it is really, really good. So yeah. So
Mike, you better show us. The adult onesie.
Yeah, a lot of.
Oh yeah, who said that? Oh, Amanda,
you got to.
Well, she's got to say what it was because I don't remember actually, it might be in our photos. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. Amanda found these actually. This is not our listing. These
I was getting worried. You said in our photos.
These are called Dr. Denton. These are like 1970s, 1980s footies. Yeah, they're like it's an adult onesie. There's a couple of them on there that have all sold 300, 260. We saw over $300 for like a green pair or something like that. But Dr. Denton, and it's like that. It's almost like that, like piled acrylic. Does it make sense to you? Like,
yes.
You know, where it kind of gets that pilling all over it or piling all over it, whatever it's called. Anyway, straight up grail, like super grail, and they look ridiculous. Thing? It's got to be the fetish thing. It has to be a fetish thing.
Thinking back to their childhood.
Fetish
yeah,
thing?
that was a really great one.
Fetish thing, yeah. Like you said, like Steven
here's this one. This one sold. This one sold about 12 hours. This one sold in about 12 hours. I posted this one on my Instagram I bought it on Sunday and it sold yesterday. Sold yesterday. This is a vintage Evel Knievel, and I actually did the Steven trick where I put the back of it. You can see I put like what it looks like on the back, kind of in the top right.
Is this the one you had a patch? There's like a patch inside that's signed by him.
Yeah, it's just like here. This is what it looks like.
But it's a facsimile, right? It's not an actual autograph.
No, it's not an actual autograph.
Yeah.
But
okay.
Yeah. Anyway, there were some on here that none of them were just like this one. This one is it was good soft leather, made in India. It's like nice quality. There were some on here of his traditional jacket, you know, the all white the all white leather one. It has the belt that goes
Stripes.
around the waist, the stripes. That's like a $400 jacket. There were none like this. I priced it at $200 because the drop off from that white one to other ones was like pretty significant. There were 125 was like the other ones. I thought this one was cooler, but not that cool. So I priced it at $200. Somebody gave me a $175 offer in like a day.
Drop off, huh? No pen intended, eh?
Yeah.
No pun intended, right?
Here's two more. We haven't talked about cameras in forever. So this is another Sunday pickup. Friggin' Sunday was actually really good at the flea market. This is the Canon PowerShot A3400 IS. When you guys are looking for these cameras, there's a A3400 IS and there's an A3400 IS HD, right? They almost look identical. And even on the actual package itself, you see how it doesn't say HD, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when you look at the actual camera on top of the camera, you'll see how it says HD. That's like a $60-$70 difference. HD and not HD. So
is it anywhere in the barcode?
What on the package?
On the box. Yeah, I wonder if it's a quicker way to find it.
I'm not sure. I don't think I took a picture of it. But yeah, I mean, a lot of like 9 times out of 10, you're gonna find these cameras out of the box anyway. So just make sure when you're looking up comps, and if it has HD on top of it, it's like you're talking about a difference between like 100 and maybe about 160, 170 bucks. So you can get smoked. And then last but not least is for the Y2K baddies, Martin Gerbeau. Really good jeans. Gerbeau's like if you can find Gerbeau's, they're basically always a pickup as long as they're not insanely expensive. This is what the little back tag looks like. It'll be on all of them.
Gerbeau. I remember those.
Girbaud. It's like some French shit. These ones sold their dead stock, but they're a big size. They're 42 by 34. They sold for $80 plus shipping. It didn't take that long. Maybe it took a month.
These are basically some French shit.
Did the guy that needed a payment plan buy those?
No, dude, that guy's an idiot, dude. I hope he didn't buy them because I blocked him.
Probably.
I did want to say one other thing too. This is like it's kind of Bolo's, kind of not. True vintage has been around and been expensive for a long time, but there's some items that are like this, right? Just like and it has the date on the underside of the thing right here. It's 1979, right? It's not anything too crazy. It's a nice little raglan tee, got a little sunset deal going on the front. You know what I mean? This is nothing insane, but I think that there's something to be said about pricing items a little up and not just saying that this is a $20 shirt, right? Because when I look at this shirt, me personally, I say $20 shirt. That's what I say. Okay. Amanda says different. Amanda says it's a $65 shirt, right? And this thing literally sold in like less than a week for $65. You know what I mean? So I think that there's something to be said when you're not going to find this exact comp with this exact tag and this exact size. You know what I mean? Because it's just, they're kind of odd, like almost tourist style shirts. So I think if you just put up like a number, you're kind of like, I don't think this is really real, you know, as long as it's not $500, you know what I mean? But you think that it's a $25 or maybe a $30 shirt. And if you just say maybe it's $50 or $60, a lot of times, a ton of times, Amanda has been selling these shirts for us for way more than I would have even listed it for. And they're selling pretty quick. So
that's because Amanda worries about profit.
Yeah. Amanda does worry about profit. Me, I just freaking
get it out of here.
I just
move that shit. I gotta go get 1,000 pounds of crap.
That's what I say about hats. I mean, you don't always have the exact match, but if you don't ask for it, you're not gonna get it.
Yeah. So like that's one thing that she does like definitely way better than I do. Is she'll put like, you know, sometimes she'll just put $70 on something. I'll be like, oh my God, I cannot believe we got $70 for that.
Yeah. You only get one chance to make $70 on that thing too. You don't get
God, I'm hearing all kinds of music in my head about all these cliches. Steven, are you going to go?
Did you clear your mind?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm good with it.
That was a great pause.
Hey, check
Hey,
this out.
I need that charger. I'm at 2%.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Mike's going to die on us.
Man, it's on my charger.
I got another one. I think I'm in
No!
the I'm in the black now on the Franklin Mints. Here's your $100 Corvette 1998 pure profit on this one. So make sure you check out the Franklin Mints.
The Franklin Mint
How many
House
shows
79.
in a row have I had a good Franklin Mint?
It's at least 3 that I can think
Yeah.
of.
Three that I remember.
And I took 90.
Ooh! Nice.
I didn't quite make it to 100. My goal
That's
was 100 on this one. Sourced this one off of Vinted, guys, for like $20. Flipped it on the eBay for $90. This took less than 7 days. I had
That
it priced
person
at
actually took the $20 and did not cancel on them.
Yeah, and this is youth. So this was kids, and I know some people think that you can't price the kids stuff up if it's still on these really rare stuff. Yeah,
Stop it.
Listen. If it's vintage Jaguars, that shit's expensive.
It's possible.
it is.
Was that a strap or a snap?
It was a snap.
Yeah. So I think in that style, the kids ones come in snaps and the adult ones come in straps. Am I right about that?
Yeah, most of the shockwaves are in Velcro backs. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's so annoying. But it's like then the kids ones are always in snaps, and I'm like, how did the kids get the shit that we want? That's a cool one. That's one I don't have in my collection either. And I'm
kids.
really looking forward to having a child at some point in my life because I want to swag them out and some sweet shit like that.
Did you see Target is getting starter jackets and shit?
Yeah, I saw it. It's so gay, dude.
Yeah.
Like, whatever. There's also a guy that was promoting on Instagram, not a guy, it was a company, and it was like bringing back nostalgic 90s football gear, and it was like Tennessee Vols shark tooth, and I'm like, it's super unoriginal though. I'm like, you're literally just ripping off a design from 35 years ago.
Right.
Like, you're not even doing anything to it except for not putting, logo athletic on the side.
Yeah, Mary showed me a picture of some OU shark tooths, I guess, that are being remade at some company around here. Just terrible.
Disgusting. Yeah.
It looked
terrible.
terrible.
I will say, none of them have been as bad as the Reebok ones. The Reebok shark tooths are the ugliest hat of all time. And it has the curved bill, and it's just like, ugh. You're just like, this is gross.
Yeah. No, I don't have one on the way yet. I might. I don't know. I don't think I could wear it though. I don't think I could respectively wear it and be like, think that this is a cool hat that I have on my head. I don't mind the Oklahoma City Splash and Dika because there never was one. I mean, they weren't even old enough, so I don't care to wear that one.
Yeah, that's different. If there was never an original, then
right. Then it's not a fake.
Was the shark tooth the one that you were looking for OU, Steven? Is that the one that you said like never comes up?
It never.
Yeah.
You'll never find it.
It's
been
never.
Somebody had one on eBay for about a year and a half. I don't know if he sold it. He had it on eBay for $500.
He would have just canceled on you.
Yeah, probably. I don't know if he ever sold it though. I have got to go back though and get some more purses because I am almost out now. And I have made a killing. I had Dooney and Burke, beautiful, great condition. I was sourcing these from $20 to $30. This one sold for $100. I got to go back. That's probably what I'll. If I get a lister to do a listing for me, maybe I can use my hour to shop online for purses. Maybe I'll do.
You've been killing it on purses.
I have a missing tote of purses.
Where'd it go?
I don't know.
Pebble grain leather. That's a good.
I think it's in my other storage.
Keywords: pebble grain leather.
Good point, Mike. This is Dooney and Burke, pebble grain. Also, the totes. If you get something a little bit bigger than an actual purse as well, you always get a little bit more money.
Totes are big.
And then this had a I don't know, what do you call the D and the B?
Your charms or your
Charms,
your
yeah.
tags.
This one had some cool charms with it too. Really good one. Dooney and Burke. A lot of people don't pick it up, but I do if it's in excellent condition. This one was. And so if it's pretty rough though, then you're closer to $20 or $30 on a lot of Dooney and Burke stuff. It's got to be really great condition. But this was a good one. All right, guys. That might be the longest episode in history. 2 hours total. It's really was about as long as one of our normal ones, but we had the interview on the front. So,
yep.
Really appreciate everybody hanging out.
Bonus content.
Until next time, we talk everything eBay and whatnot. We'll see you guys.
See y'all Friday.
Peace.